Welcome to the BZX podcast, your go-to place for deep dives, fresh insights, and stories that stick. Whether you're here to learn, laugh, or just hit pause on the chaos of life, we've got you covered. Today, we're unpacking why nobody respects you because you don't respect yourself, psychology, self-worth, social hierarchy. So grab your headphones, settle in, and let's get started. What if the way others treat you is just a mirror of how you treat yourself? Pause for a moment and let that sink in. Have you ever noticed how people seem to walk over you, dismiss your voice, or overlook your worth? It stings, doesn't it? But here's the question that might shake you awake. Are you the one opening the door to that disrespect? Not out of malice, but out of habit. Habits of self-doubt, apology, and shrinking to fit spaces too small for your soul. This isn't about blame. It's about truth. Deep down, you know something's off. You feel it in the quiet moments when you wonder why you're not enough. Today, we're going to face that truth together, not to tear you down, but to build you up. Because the respect you crave starts with the respect you give yourself. Let's unravel why this happens, why the world seems to echo your inner doubts. At its root, this is about self-worth, a psychological cornerstone shaped by how you perceive and value yourself. When you don't respect yourself, you broadcast subtle signals through your posture, your words, your hesitations that others pick up consciously or not. This isn't mystical. It's wired into our brains. Social hierarchy, a concept studied in psychology, shows humans are attuned to cues of confidence and status. Low self-worth mimics submission, triggering others to dominate or dismiss. Consider the science. Studies in social psychology, like those by Dr. Nathaniel Branden, reveal self-esteem isn't just a buzzword, it's a neural feedback loop. Your brain's prefrontal cortex evaluates your actions, comparing them to your beliefs about yourself. If you constantly shrink, saying sorry too often, avoiding eye contact, or dismissing your own needs, your brain reinforces a narrative. I'm not worthy. Over time, this carves neural pathways, making self-doubt your default. Mirror neurons in others' brains then detect this, adjusting their behavior to match. You become a magnet for disregard. It's not your fault you started here. Childhood experiences, critical voices, or past failures often plant these seeds. But here's the hard truth. You're no longer just a victim of those moments. You're an adult. And every day you choose whether to water those seeds or uproot them. The problem isn't that others don't respect you. It's that you've trained yourself to expect it. You've built a cage of habits that scream, "I'm less," even when your heart knows you're more. And the world? It's just reading the script you've written. This cycle isn't unbreakable, but it's stubborn. Your brain loves familiarity, even if it's painful. That's why change feels like climbing a mountain. But understanding this mechanism, how your self-perception shapes your reality, is the first crack in the cage. You're not doomed. You're just stuck in a pattern. And patterns can be rewritten. Let's sit with this for a moment, just you and me. I know what it feels like to walk into a room and feel invisible, to speak and hear your words vanish into silence. Maybe you've stood in front of a mirror, picking apart everything you're not. Too quiet, too much, never enough. Or maybe it's the relationships that cut deepest. Friends who take but never give. Partners who overlook your heart. Colleagues who steamroll your ideas. That ache in your chest, it's real. It's the weight of carrying a version of yourself you don't believe in. Picture your self-worth as a house you've built over years. Some rooms are sturdy, lit with moments of pride. But others, they're crumbling. Walls patched with apologies, floors creaking with what-ifs. You've spent so long trying to fix the outside, pleasing others, chasing approval, that you've neglected the foundation. And when storms come, rejection, criticism, failure, that house shakes. You wonder why it's so hard to stand tall. It's because the ground beneath you, your belief in yourself, has been eroded. I see you there, trying to hold it together. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're human. You've been carrying invisible wounds, maybe from a parent who never praised you, a teacher who dismissed you, or a betrayal that taught you to guard your heart. Those moments didn't just hurt. They shaped you. They whispered lies that you're not worthy of respect, and you believed them because you were young or scared or just trying to survive. But those lies aren't your truth anymore. Imagine a tree, its roots tangled in rocky soil. It grows, but it's stunted, leaning under the wind's weight. That's you when you don't respect yourself, still growing, still alive, but not thriving. You deserve more than survival. You deserve to stand like an oak, roots deep in soil you've nourished with your own belief. This isn't about blaming yourself for the rocks life threw in your path. It's about recognizing you have the power to dig them out. I know it's heavy to face this. You might want to look away to say, "It's not that bad," but stay with me. That discomfort is a sign you're touching something real. You're not here to stay broken. You're here to rebuild. The pain you feel, the loneliness, the frustration, isn't a life sentence. It's a signal, a quiet alarm saying, you're meant for more. Let's answer that call together. Now we turn the corner. This is where you stop being a passenger in your own story and take the wheel. Respecting yourself isn't a feeling that magically arrives. It's a skill you build, choice by choice, thought by thought. Psychology gives us tools to do this, grounded in how your mind works. Let's break it down into steps you can actually use, but brace yourself. This will demand courage. You'll have to face truths you've dodged, and that's not comfortable. It's necessary. Step 1. Reframe your narrative. Your brain is a storyteller, but it's not always honest. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, shows us that thoughts drive emotions, and emotions drive actions. If you think, "I'm not good enough," you'll feel small, and you'll act small, apologizing, avoiding conflict, shrinking. Challenge that thought. Ask, is this true? Not feels true, but is it true? Write down 3 things you've done well, big or small. Maybe you showed up for a friend, solved a problem at work, or just got out of bed on a hard day. That's evidence you're capable. Every night, add to this list. You're training your brain to see you differently. Step 2. Set boundaries. Respect starts with saying no to what diminishes you. Studies on assertiveness, like those from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, show boundaries signal self-worth to others. If someone interrupts you, pause, hold eye contact and say, "I'd like to finish." If a friend demands too much, say, "I value you, but I need space right now." It's not rude, it's clarity. Start small, but start. Your brain's reward system will light up when you protect your worth, reinforcing the habit. Step 3. Master your body. Your posture and voice aren't just accessories. They shape how you feel and how others see you. Research by Amy Cuddy on power posing shows standing tall, shoulders back, head high, boosts testosterone and lowers stress hormones, making you feel stronger. Practice this daily. Speak slower, clearer, without filler words like or sorry. Record yourself if you need to. You're not pretending. You're aligning your body with the respect you're building inside. Step 4. Break the pleaser trap. People-pleasing is a survival tactic, not a personality. It comes from fear of rejection, conflict, or being too much. But every time you say yes when you mean no, you chip away at your self-respect. Next time you're tempted to please, pause and ask, what do I want? Then act on it, even if it's messy. You'll survive the discomfort, and you'll learn you don't need everyone's approval to be worthy. Here's the tough truth. You've been complicit in your own disrespect. Not because you're flawed, but because you've let old fears steer you. You've apologized for existing, dimmed your light to make others comfortable. That stops now. You're not here to beg for respect. You're here to claim it. This isn't about arrogance or trampling others. It's about standing in your truth, unapologetically. These steps aren't quick fixes. Your brain will resist. They call it cognitive dissonance. When new beliefs clash with old ones, you'll feel awkward, maybe guilty as you change. That's normal. Push through. Every time you choose yourself, you're carving new neural pathways, ones that say, I am enough. The world will notice. People will pause when you speak, lean in when you stand firm. Not because you've changed them, but because you've changed you. You're at a crossroads. One path leads back to the familiar. Shrinking, pleasing, hoping someone else will hand you the respect you crave. The other? It's steeper, rougher, but it leads to a version of you that commands attention, not because you demand it, but because you embody it. Which path will you choose? I'm not here to coddle you. I'm here to wake you up. You've spent too long letting the world define your worth. It's time to rewrite the rules. Imagine this. A year from now, you walk into a room, shoulders back, eyes steady. Someone tries to dismiss you, and instead of wilting, you hold your ground, voice calm but firm. They back off, not out of fear, but respect. Your friends notice you're different, not louder but clearer. Your heart feels lighter because you're no longer carrying the weight of not enough. This isn't a fantasy. It's what happens when you respect yourself. Studies on self-efficacy, like those by Albert Bandura, prove it. When you act with conviction, your belief in yourself grows, and others mirror that belief. But let's be real. This won't happen if you stay comfortable. You'll have to say no to people you love. You'll have to risk awkward silences, raised eyebrows, maybe even losing those who liked you small. That's the price of growth. Ask yourself, what's worse, temporary discomfort or a lifetime of being overlooked? You already know the answer. You've felt it in every moment you've bitten your tongue or swallowed your truth. What's stopping you? Fear? Habit? The lie that you're not that kind of person? Let me tell you something. You are exactly that kind of person. You're just buried under layers of doubt you've mistaken for your identity. Peel them back. Start today. Say one honest thing you've been holding in. Stand a little taller when you walk. Look someone in the eye and mean it. These aren't just actions. They're declarations. You're telling the world, I'm here and I matter. Don't wait for permission. No one's coming to save you, not because you're unworthy, but because you're already equipped. Your mind, your will, your heart. They're enough. The science backs it. Neuroplasticity means your brain can change, no matter your age or past. Every step you take towards self-respect rewires you. So take it. Not tomorrow, now. As we close, let's sit together in this moment. You've faced hard truths today, not to wound you, but to free you. You're not broken. You're not doomed to be dismissed or diminished. You're a work in progress, and that's beautiful. The journey to self-respect isn't a sprint. It's a slow, deliberate climb. But every step, every time you choose yourself, builds a foundation no one can shake. Picture yourself a month from now, a year from now. You're not perfect, but you're steady. You speak with clarity, not because you've mastered every fear, but because you've learned to act despite them. You're kinder to yourself, not because life's easier, but because you know your worth isn't tied to others' opinions. That's the life waiting for you. Not a dream, but a reality you're crafting. I want you to carry this with you. Respect isn't given, it's earned, starting with the person in the mirror. You've spent too long waiting for the world to see you. Stop waiting. See yourself. Not the flaws you've magnified, but the strength you've overlooked. The resilience that's carried you here. The heart that keeps trying. That's where your power lies. If you falter, and you might, don't despair. Growth isn't linear. You'll stumble, doubt, maybe even shrink again. But you'll remember this moment, this spark of truth, and you'll start again. You're not alone in this. I'm rooting for you. Not as a distant voice, but as someone who believes in the you you're becoming. Here's the razor-sharp insight to hold close. The respect you seek from others will never outgrow the respect you give yourself. Let that sink in. It's not about changing the world. It's about changing how you show up in it. Start small, start now, and don't stop. You're worth it.